It's a colorful July on ESPN. America's finest young athletes go for the gold at the U.S. Olympic Festival. The world's greatest golfers shoot for the green in the British Open and U.S. Women's Open Championships. It's 3 cheers for the red, white, and blue in a Davis Cup duel, while future major leaguers burst into the limelight at the AAA All-Star Game. Plus, see who earns the yellow jersey in the Tour de France. There's a full spectrum of sports in July on ESPN.
My athlete's foot kept flaring up. I'd put it out, and it'd just flare up again. Then my doctor told me about Tinactin. It cures recurring athlete's foot. Use it regularly, and it'll keep the fire from coming back.
Tinactin puts the fire out for good.
Hit the road, Jack, and if you don't like them, we'll buy them back.
RoadHandler treadlocks. Test them for 1,000 miles. If you don't agree they're the toughest tires you've owned, Sears will buy them back.
Hit the road, Jack.
RoadHandler treadlocks at Sears. Tough tires you can trust.
What you say?
Listen to the heartbeat of America. Listen to the heartbeat of America. Oh, yeah.
The Chevy Beretta Sport Coupe. Designed to help you look better. Engineered to help you drive better. And priced to let you live better.
To the heartbeat of America. Chevrolet.
Fans, please.
Mr. Garfield, welcome to Embassy Suites Hotel.
My room.
Here, you get a suite for about the price of a room at most Marriotts or Hyatts.
Beautiful. Don't change a thing.
The living room, sir.
Love what you've done with this room.
The bedroom.
This is great. I need my space.
And, of course, you'll want to take advantage of Embassy Suites' free breakfast.
Food.
Served every morning.
At Embassy Suites, you don't have to be a fat cat to enjoy the sweet life.
I resemble that remark.
Radio Shack. Here it is. The Tandy 1000 SL computer system. IBM PC compatible and sale price for under $9.99. Save $200.
Comes complete with color monitor and built-in DeskMate software.
Word processing, graphics, worksheet.
I've never seen one so easy to use.
Greetings. Need directions back to your planet?
This technology is more advanced than we thought.
And we saved $200.
Beam it up.
Save $200 on the Tandy 1000 SL system. Less than $999 only at Radio Shack.
I got the job.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So, who told you about the National Business Employment Weekly? Who told you there's hundreds of high-paying jobs open all across the country? Professional, technical, managerial?
I thought I told you about it. How the articles help you get a job. Write sharper resumes. Have better interviews.
No. I told you, remember? How to get along with your boss, get a raise, get promoted.
Let me see. You told me about the great jobs in the National Business Employment Weekly.
And the help in landing them. And doing better on the job.
So I really owe my new job to you?
Well...
Thank you, sweetheart. I told him.
Get the National Business Employment Weekly at your newsstand. Or order by credit card and get 8 issues by first-class mail for $35. Call 800-351-1500. 800-351-1500. The National Business Employment Weekly.
Don't make a career move without it.
The test of a great airline is not just how fast it moves you in the air, but how fast it moves you on the ground. That's why at some of the busiest airports in the world, United Airlines offers you the most advanced baggage systems, faster ticketing and boarding procedures, and the most spacious, convenient, efficient terminals in the business. United Airlines. From the ground up, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies.
It's time to play ball. The strong-arm staff of Georgia Tech battles the speedy Wichita State Shockers on Sunday night college baseball, live on ESPN.
If your carpet isn't DuPont Stainmaster, you may have less protection from stains. Less protection from wear. In short, you may have a lot less carpet than you bargained for. Instead of settling for less, get DuPont Certified Stainmaster. The advantages will grow on you. It's not a Stainmaster carpet if it doesn't say DuPont.
For McDonald's salads, Kathy.
Itchy girl.
And Iron Mike Ditka.
Big ox.
They come from separate worlds.
It's a man's world.
It's a human's world.
They want different things.
A good quarterback.
Okay.
But there's one thing they both love.
Golf.
No, McDonald's salads. Loaded with fresh vegetables for loads of taste. With 3 new McDonald's own dressings, like tangy Caesar, creamy peppercorn, and reduced calorie red French.
After you, Mike.
Thanks. Nice girl.
Big ox.
You want to keep your new carpet looking new, but what about the traffic around your home? And what about those unexpected little snags? What? That's why DuPont created Certified Stain Master Carpet to survive stains and traffic and help keep its new looks. Remember, it's not a Stain Master Carpet if it doesn't say DuPont.
You know the place. You've seen the commercials.
Big Mac McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese.
You've played the record.
Breakfast egg McMuffin hot.
But you thought, no way, no how. Nobody would ever win the $1 million in McDonald's $1 Million Menu Song.
I won.
Yes, you. Charlene Price of Galax, Virginia won $1 million. But it isn't over.
It isn't.
Use your valuable Menu Song coupons. Save on McDonald's food. And you can still win thousands in cash.
Piece of cake.
Sundown, Luke! I'm calling you out! Luke!
Since 1896, some men have preferred to spend their nights in more rewarding pursuits.
Luke!
Shouldn't your night belong to Michelob Light?
Luke!
But I told him. Well, look, maybe the guy wasn't listening.
Oh, no, here it comes.
When allergies come on this strong, Benadryl comes on stronger.
Before the tears have dried, before the wonder is gone, before the moment is lost forever, we take it and share it with you like nobody else. Before it's a memory, it's Polaroid.
Yesterday, I should have bundled up this well. Now I've got a fever and my head is pounding. You know, I used to take aspirin or Tylenol, but now I take Advil. When I come down with the flu, to ease my fever and pains, I've found one Advil is as effective as 2 regular aspirin. And Advil's gentler to my stomach than aspirin. Advil's just what I need. Advil. Advanced medicine for pain.
Super sheer isotoner pantyhose tone your legs to keep you going non-stop.
A most surprising thing is happening. Cal-Can cat food is changing its name. From now on, you'll be able to find the delicious, fresh meat recipe cats adore. The pleasing aroma, everything more and more cat owners tell us their cats prefer, with a brand new name, Whiskas. More and more cat owners tell us their cats prefer Whiskas.
Now the final chapter, students, in Bosworth's book of etiquette, personal hygiene. How will you separate yourselves from those barbaric hordes that exude a most malodorous air? Right Guard Sports Stick from Gillette. Maximum protection and a fresh scent. A veritable olfactory medley. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized. Raise your glasses, gentlemen, to civilization.
I'll be there next week.
Of course, Mr. Heiler. A Lincoln Town Car will be waiting for you.
At Budget, give us 3 days' notice, and we'll give you all the comfort of a luxurious Lincoln Town Car for only $44.79 with unlimited mileage.
Hello, Budget Rent-A-Car.
I'd like to reserve a car, and I'll take that free upgrade.
Certainly, Mr. Hadley.
At Budget, a free upgrade is yours for the asking. And a frequent flyer card will get you unlimited mileage. Value mile after mile from Budget.
Hello, Budget Rent-A-Car.
National Raceway, the world's fastest half-mile track. NASCAR's best battle under the stars at the Busch 500. Saturday night at 7:30 Eastern, live on ESPN.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Maybe you missed the article about Oat Bran in USA Today. Maybe you turned right past the one in Newsweek. And maybe all the other articles about Oat Bran somehow escaped your attention. But if you'd like to know how Oat Bran can be important to your health, here's something you should read. A box of Kellogg's Common Sense Oat Bran, with more Oat Bran than any leading ready-to-eat cereal. New Common Sense Oat Bran, a sensible thing to do.
There's one big difference between these two cars. One is paid for and one isn't. The affordable Hyundai Excel, just $57.24. Hyundai, cars that make sense.
Quaker State engines don't know when to quit.
Mine's pushing 250,000 miles.
Quaker State exceeds every single car maker's U.S. requirements for maximum engine protection. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will.
Excuse me. Are those Bugle Boy jeans that you're wearing?
Oh, yes. They are Bugle Boy jeans.
Thank you.
Bob Strange, B.F. Goodrich test engineer.
The trick to building great all-terrain tires is making them as good off-road as on. All-terrain TAs from B.F. Goodrich are tested in some of the roughest off-road situations in the world. I believe TA radials are the best performance tires in the world, and I torture them to keep them that way.
B.F. Goodrich TAs, tested tough to make your truck perform.
Discover the Fairways at West Terrace, only 10 minutes west of downtown Spokane on I-90, close to the airport and EWU. The Fairways offers country living in a convenient and scenic setting with a championship 18-hole golf course open for public play. For tee times, phone 747-8418. The Fairways at West Terrace is great fun in any season. Play golf or tennis, ice skate, jog, walk, or cross-country ski on miles of scenic trails. Discover the Fairways, a great place to live, a great place to play golf.
Anybody can get a cold beer. The trick is to get one that's cold filtered, not heat pasteurized. One that's less filling and tastes like it came straight from the keg. Light, genuine draft. The big draft taste.
Are you done with that opener?
Go on. Crack the keg.
Don't let morning breath ruin a good morning. Use Scope. Scope has 2 powerful ingredients to kill 90% of the bacteria that cause morning breath. Scope, the best thing, first thing in the morning.
Airport, please. I got a 9 a.m. flight.
No problem.
Good.
What airline?
Alaska.
First time Alaska?
Yes, it is. But airline never take off on time.
First time Alaska.
When Alaska Airlines says a flight will leave at 9 a.m., we do our best to make sure it does.
I tell you, they never leave on time.
So usually the only time you'll have to wait for a plane is when you miss one.
What's the world coming to?
ESPN is your ticket to Sunday night NFL when the Chiefs and Bears go head-to-head. The Chiefs paint on their game faces with a hard-hitting defense that's always on the warpath. Iron Mike Ditka and Chicago are ready to bear down and return to the top of the NFL. Mike Patrick and Joe Theismann bring you the head-to-head action of Sunday night NFL at 8 Eastern, live on ESPN.
For reaching deep, for going long, for digging in when things go wrong, for pushing hard in all you do, that extra yard, for coming through, this much for you.
Beechwood Age, for the taste so crisp and clean, so refreshing, it's the king of beers.
This much for you.
I'm Charles Schwab. All across America, Schwab professionals are working hard to create financial advantages for individual investors.
In over 100 offices, we provide investors with fast, accurate investment transactions. And you know, Schwab helps customers save on commissions, too. We have an execution.
Investors want attention to detail and good service. At Schwab, we deliver.
Thank you. Is that at the market?
People can't always invest between 9 and 5. That's why we're here 24 hours a day. So call us anytime.
It's easy to find out more about Schwab. Just give us a call.
For a free booklet describing Schwab services, call toll-free 800-334-1100. That's 800-334-1100.
Right now, it's year-end cleanup time at your Toyota dealer. Factory incentives of up to $2,500 make it the best time to deal. The selection has never been better, most with factory incentives. Special extra value option packages give you even greater savings, up to $1,050. Better hurry. Shake in a Toyota deal. Drive home quality without compromise.
Come on, shake, rattle, and roll. Toyota.
This winter, remember, the wood you burn affects the air we breathe, so please burn responsibly.
Now, during the official Ford clearance, get low 2.9% financing or up to $1,000 cash bonus on Ford Ranger. Get 2.9 financing or $750 on Bronco 2. Plus, get up to $750 on select F-Series pickups. Combine the cash with option package discounts and save over $2,200 on Ranger, over $2,900 on Bronco 2, and over $3,200 on big pickups. Just some of the great values at your Ford dealer now during the official Ford clearance.
At Bic, we've been studying all the ways that you pull and stretch your face in search of a better shave. Now Bic presents our solution, introducing the new Bic Metal Shaver. The patented Bic Metal stretches and smooths your skin thanks to its unique metal guard bar, so the shaver glides closely and comfortably. Now, instead of stretching, start reaching for a new Bic Metal Shaver. It stretches your skin for a better shave, and that's no stretch.
Thursday Night Thunder rages on.
Oh, hang on, Andy.
Daring USAC midgets and sprints cap off a great night of racing Thursday at 10 Eastern, live on ESPN.
Odious, contemptible, deplorable. I'm speaking of offending in the personal grooming arena. something I would of course consider quite beyond the pale. So I give you Right Guard Sport Stick, antiperspirant and deodorant. When one needs to seek maximum protection and a fresh scent, one should grab oneself one of these Right Guard Sport Sticks, because one would hate to be considered malodorous by one's chums. Now, wouldn't one? Right Guard Sport Sticks from Gillette. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Music. Made in the shed. Let it roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lightweight contenders from True Value Hardware Stores, where March is Hoover Month. Their Quick Broom 2, only $39.99, is quick on the floor with 2 speeds and a see-through dust cup. In this corner, the Hoover Elite Upright, just $79.99, weighs in under 11 pounds. A 5-amp motor and 5 attachments put knockout performance in the bag. In March, Hoover is winner and lightweight champion at participating True Value Hardware Stores and home centers.
To celebrate 50 years of moving America, your Lincoln Mercury dealer has a totally new Cougar XR7 to show you. Plus, ways to save on Mercury Cougar LS and Mercury Sable GS with option package savings. Now get $600 to $750 cash back on select Mercury models at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
It's brewed from the choicest natural ingredients. It's Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. And best of all, it's for you.
You got the taste, this much for you. You give your all to all you do. Don't settle for less from your shampoo. Wash and go First Plus.
To get great-looking hair, you don't need separate shampoo and conditioner. Get it together. In just one step, get your hair clean, more manageable.
There's one that does the work of two.
For control you can't get from shampoo alone.
Wash and go.
Shampoo plus conditioner in one.
First Plus.
When sports cream, when arms are sore, when legs ache, when muscles hurt. Why Sports Cream? Massaging Sports Cream In brings fast pain relief. No medicine-y smell, no greasy stains. Why Sports Cream? Because it works.
It's time to play ball. The strong-arm staff of Georgia Tech battles the speedy Wichita State Shockers on Sunday night college baseball, live on ESPN.
Behind every single flight one of these makes stand the 60,000 professionals of United Airlines, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies.
Coming up next on SportsCenter, the march to Seattle continues as the Wildcats and the Tigers fought one another in Boise, and the Mountaineers duke it out with the Blue Demons. A top Tar Heel gets a swift kick. J.R. Reed is suspended. And we'll get to the TPC, ASAP, A-OK on ESPN. And we'll have hockey highlights. And we have plenty to jam in over the next 30 minutes on SportsCenter.
I had a cesarean section, and I was concerned about taking any medication because I was nursing my son. The hospital staff gave me Tylenol. I felt it was important that it was safe enough to take while I was nursing.
Carol Hodges trusts Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most. If nursing, consult your doctor before use.
I know I can trust Tylenol because it was given to me by a doctor that I trust.
Now try new gelatin-coated gel caps, only from Tylenol.
You've just been caught knocking off the Kellogg's Cracklin' Oat Bran. How do you handle the consequences?
Did you eat all the Cracklin' Oat Bran?
Who, me?
Did you eat all the Cracklin' Oat Bran? Did you eat all the Cracklin' Oat Bran?
I didn't do it. I did not do it. No, absolutely not.
With the crunchy sweet taste of Kellogg's Cracklin' Oat Bran, an open box is an empty box.
When I'm fighting dandruff, I want all the help I can get. So now I'm using new extra-strength Denerex with 39% more dandruff medicine. For my dandruff and itch, there's 39% more medicine in new extra-strength Denerex. For great-looking hair, I can't get too much of a good thing.
Who are the brightest kids in America? Mom's rated Thicker Vivid higher than Clorox, too, for making colors and whites look cleaner. So, who are the brightest kids in America?
Mine are.
Don't just get a clean, get a Vivid.
The Corlick sisters on Denny's specials.
Tonight we're having the steak and shrimp and shrimp and shrimp and shrimp and shrimp and shrimp special.
You said shrimp 6 times.
I'm getting 6 big shrimps. You don't have to ask for each one separately. I asked for the steak separately.
You only get 1 steak.
Well, how many steaks do you want for such a low price?
1 steak and 6 shrimp.
Then you get the steak and shrimp special. It's a great deal at Denny's. Denny's.
Try our delicious steak and shrimp special for just $6.99, only at Denny's.
My man makes a living picking on his feet, so he can't get in a bind when he's covering his beat. He wears Hanes, 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 it fits right everywhere. Hanes, 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 it's not just underwear.
Nothing makes a man feel better than the superior fit and comfort of Hanes. It's not just underwear.
He wears Hanes, 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 it's not just underwear, it's Hanes.
Facing the world with a cold sore can be very embarrassing. So from the first tingle, I used Campho-Phenique Cold Sore Gel. It goes to work instantly on my cold sore. Campho-Phenique Cold Sore Gel helps me face the world.
Look, I put a leading solid antiperspirant here on my left arm, and now it's a white flaky mess. Then, on my other arm, I put non-whitening Arid Solid. See? No mess. Get solid protection without the white mess. Get new Arid.
Isn't it a wonder?
Diet Pepsi. The taste that's generations ahead.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Tail Bobby's Porsche was on the pole. He led the first laps. Rick Mears, strong on road circuits again, took over the lead. Charging to the front, Michael Andretti tangled with Scott Brayton, but stayed in the fight. The first turn was only wide enough for one when Scott Pruitt and Al Unser Jr. roared in side by side. The lead went to Emerson Fittipaldi, but the team feared they wouldn't have enough fuel to finish the race. Jeff Brabham, replacing Danny Sullivan, charged to the front, only to have the car fail. Early leader Mears' day turned sour when he ran out of fuel and later slid off the course. Pruitt and Little Al were back running together, with Scott spun. Nursing his thirsty car, Emerson Fittipaldi made it 3 for the year and 2 in a row. With the win, he broke the tie in PPG points, taking the lead over Rick Mears. Fittipaldi's fuel was good to the foot.
He ran out after passing the checkered flag and hitched a ride with second place Bobby Rahal. But the kart teams have crossed the country again to race for the third week straight. Today, it's Cleveland, where last year this was the best road race of the season. The entire field fought all day with a focus on the front as Mario Andretti and Bobby Rahal kept at each other. It was Mario who persevered, taking the win. The heart of rock and roll is ready again as kart fans are crowding into the airport that for a day is a racetrack for the powerful IndyCar. ESPN, celebrating its 10th year as the world's leader in motorsports coverage, presents Speed World. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio, and the Budweiser Cleveland Grand Prix. It's a hot, very humid, muggy day here on the shores of the lake, but the Indy cars are ready to go racing. Hello, I'm Paul Page, and last week you watched as Emerson Fittipaldi resolved that tie in the PPG points fight by winning the race. He now has 86 points. That's a 16-point lead over his nearest competitor, Rick Mears. Now, we're at the Burke Lakefront Airport. It's an active airport all of the year except for this weekend when it's a racetrack. So they're using the runways and taxiways. And Johnny Rutherford, that means that it's a real rough place to race.
It is extremely rough in several spots on this racetrack, Paul, and it's a tribute to the crews and the drivers for getting the cars working as well as they do around here.
Very, very rough. They've had to patch and do a little extra work, but there's a tremendous stress that's placed particularly on gearboxes, on CV joints, half shafts, all the suspension parts. All of these crew drivers, all of these owners, all the drivers know that it's a critical factor. You want to go quick, but you've got to make your car last for 200 miles. And last year there were a half dozen men who went out of this race with problems directly related to that type of stress. We'll soon find out, because right now we're ready to go, and it's a familiar face that we're pleased to introduce, a longtime friend of IndyCar racing, the retiring Vice President of PPG Industries. Here to make the traditional starting command is Fred Rue.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Well, I don't think I've ever heard the command given with quite that much enthusiasm. Fred Rue, as Gary suggested, one of the great friends of IndyCar racing. In fact, this series probably wouldn't exist today with the success that it does without the contributions and dedication of Fred Rue and his guidance of PPG Industries. So the car's now set, ready to go. You take the look over Al Unser Jr.'s shoulder, one of our 3 onboard cameras today. The crews all indicating that they're fired. They're set to go. They sit on what is the start-finish straight, a little run that is parallel to the pits themselves here at the Burke Lakefront Airport. There's the look over Derek Daly's right shoulder, car number 10.
Line to complete our lap of Burke Lakefront Airport.
12 turns around the course at the Burke Lakefront Airport, 80 laps the scheduled distance. The Budweiser Cleveland Grand Prix. Is brought to you by Quaker State Motor Oil. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will. By RoadHandler, treadlock radials at Sears. Tough tires you can trust. By First Brands Corporation, makers of STP, son of a gun protected. And by Budweiser, Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. So they're warming up on the circuit. We're ready to go racing. 80 laps. We'll be back right after this.
Take away the applause. Take away the glory. Take away the thrill of victory. And you still have the most important reason Toyota races. Your Toyota. Because what Toyota learns on the racetrack, they put to good use on the street.
Certain flights of fantasy are performed exclusively on Pirelli tires.
It's just a pure and natural beer for you. So icy cold, so crisp, so clear for you. The king of beer, so fresh, so true for you. You got the taste, this bud's for you.
The field rolling now, still warming up, getting their cars in position, checking their gauges. The front row, the front of the field, all properly aligned, but Scott Brayton already with a problem in the Amway machine. As the green flag comes out, the race has begun, and Mario Andretti darts in behind Emerson Fittipaldi as his son Michael picks up the lead. Rick Mears drops into fourth place. Then Ari Lyondike and Bobby Rahal is all over the back of Lyondike's car trying to find racing room, followed by Teo Fabi and Al Unser Jr. They string through that very difficult third turn and now make the turn out along the lakeside onto the main runway here at the Burke Lakefront Airport.
Yes, Michael Andretti is charged into the lead. He set a new track record here.
On board now with Al Unser Jr. as he works his way around this course. And you can get an idea here of how very, very rough it is. It's incredibly rough, especially on the transition roads. Now, you're on the runway at this point. There, as he comes over some of the asphalt, look at the hands. The wheel just almost literally yanked out of his hand.
Extremely rough. You see how smooth it gets on these runways, but when you make these transitions we're talking about, it just really beats you up.
So on board with Al Unser Jr., we look back to the front of the field. The number 6 car, that's the Kmart machine of Michael Andretti. Out in front, Emerson Fittipaldi is second. They come in.
It really doesn't seem to have any effect on them because they've cleaned it off. In other words, the tires have put down a coat of rubber, or the car number 50 there pulling off, smoking quite heavily.
That's Scott Atchison, who pulls off the course. Obviously something wrong in the engine department, so the former Super V driver with his problems here today. It is Michael Andretti that is still leading Emerson Fittipaldi. We'll be back.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension.
My name is Talkie Tina, and I think I could even hate you.
You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Rod Serling invited you to enter the Twilight Zone, and now you can, on video cassette, exclusively from the CBS Video Library. Complete, uncut, without commercials. See why the critics raved. See leading actors like William Shatner. You'll get your first cassette, 4 classic half-hour episodes for only $4.95, and discover why Rod Serling's creation won 3 Emmy Awards by making you believe the unbelievable.
Time enough at last.
Every 6 weeks, you'll receive a new 4-episode video cassette for a 10-day risk-free preview. The Twilight Zone. Now it's yours to own. Enter it whenever you want.
To order now, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-541-1122. No CODs, please. That's 1-800-541-1122.
We're back in Cleveland at the Budweiser Cleveland Grand Prix. Paul Page with Johnny Rutherford, Jack Arute and Gary Gerald, Emerson Fittipaldi closing in on the 6 car of Michael Andretti right now. And Fittipaldi really beginning to worry the younger Andretti.
Yes, to work on the suspension properties of their race car, making major changes for today's race, and it seems to have worked out quite well for him so far.
Well, at the moment, he runs in 5th place and continues to try to chase down Rick Mears. By the way, the gearbox on the Jones car let go, and on Barbazza's machine, it was an engine problem. Both drivers out of the race. So it is Michael Andretti that leads here at the Budweiser Cleveland Grand Prix.
What would it be like to play in a Pro-Am with Tom Watson?
If you see anything I can improve, Tom, just speak up.
Remember, Andy, you have to turn your back to the target every time you make a full swing. On chip shots around the green, you start the forward swing by moving your right knee toward the target, like this. That's it. And when you're putting into the wind, first widen your stance, and then crouch a little.
Oh, thanks, Tom. You got any more pointers?
The best one of all. You get a lesson every month along with tips from players like Jack Nicklaus, Tom Kite, and Sam Snead.
Golf Digest is like playing with the champs 12 times a year.
Get a full year of Golf Digest for $16.77. Call 800-338-8000 now and get our free half-hour instructional video with your paid subscription. Call 800-338-8000 now.
Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hats. It's time for Thursday Night Thunder. Speed Week starts the evening in the pole position with the most comprehensive motorsports news show ever. Then the madness begins with off-road racing, truck and tractor pulls, mud bogging, drag racing, and live USAC midgets. Every week, enjoy the car-crushing and bone-breaking excitement of Thursday Night Thunder. Only on ESPN.
Back at Cleveland, and once again you ride with Al Unser Jr. And off the corners just a little bit smoother. Michael seems to be turning in a little bit quicker.
Well, I think it's just the fact that Emo's back there has a chance to pick his pace. He sees the leader. He knows where he has to go, and it'll be interesting to see if when it comes time where he decides he can't reel him in and go by.
The tightest section of the course they just passed through, the final two corners, 11 and 12. Then they come across the start-finish line. They're now in the first and second quarter as we watch the leaders. Then they accelerate just as fast as they can, back down through the gears, onto the brakes, and they head through this, which is turn 3, a change in the pavement. They work their way past the slower car, back out, accelerating just as fast as they can, onto the Lakeside Straight. 21 laps are now complete. Michael Andretti has led right from the green flag, and he has been chased there by Emerson Fittipaldi. We'll be back.
If you love cars, you'll love Auto Week, the news weekly of motoring. Every week, Auto Week puts you inside the world's most exciting cars. GTs, sports sedans, collector cars, 4x4s, front drivers. Auto Week makes you an insider with industry news, personality profiles, old cars, columnists, the best classified anywhere. And nobody covers racing like Auto Week. You get the fastest coverage of Formula One, sports cars, stockers, IndyCars. It's all in Auto Week, the news weekly of motoring every week.
Call 1-800-554-3000 for this July 4th holiday special. Get Auto Week at our lowest price ever, just $16.25 for 52 issues. Hurry, this offer expires July 6th. Save 84% off the newsstand price. Call 1-800-554-3000. Let Auto Week make cars come alive for you every week at our lowest price ever.
We're back at the Budweiser Cleveland Grand Prix. This is Paul Page with Johnny Rutherford, Gary Gerald, and Jack Arute. We take a look at the race summary. To this point, Michael Andretti, led right from the green flag, has maintained that lead, chased by Emerson Fittipaldi. He's running right now what would be a record speed of 131.55 miles an hour. He works his way around this course. No full course cautions yet. Michael's led from the get-go. We started 27 cars. 2 are out already. They're working on a couple, and 13 of the cars remain on the leader's lap. So we have a very competitive race. Scott Atchison, John Jones, you both saw them go out. We had a problem with Randy Lewis. He ran out of fuel on the race course. They've managed to tow him back in. They've been working on Fabrizio Barbazza's car in the pits as we take a rundown through the entire starting field here and take a look at the positions. They've been working on Weaver's car, number 15. He had some damage to the car, no indication on how it took place, but they've been trying to get that car repaired and get it back into the action. The story is one of attrition, or at least that's what one expects. These cars are being banged about on this very rough surface, and the survival of the car is a real question. Now let's go down to the pit. Here's Gary Gerald.
Rick Mears getting service, Paul. They've made full tire change all the way around and have topped him with fuel, and with a squeal of tires, he's away in 16 seconds. Rick really laid down the rubber when he cleaned out of the pits.
Rick Mears, 16 seconds in and out with some Penske service. And he is back into the action once again, as now we get both of the leaders beginning to make their turns down onto the pit road as both Fittipaldi and Michael Andretti come in. There is Michael Andretti.
Ready.
And there is Emerson Fittipaldi. Let's go to Jack Arute.
Well, both the 1-2 combination have completed their work. Michael Andretti gets it into gear first and hits his father. Mario, he is stuck behind his father. Mario, we have seen this before. He has to do a complete K-turn and loses the lead. Meanwhile, Mario Andretti completes his work. What a difficult situation for the Newman Haas team, Paul.
Terrible confusion in the pits as Fittipaldi picks up the lead. Al Unser Jr. is now in the pits, but problems down at Newman Haas. Little Al sits most calmly in the car as the Gallus team goes to work on the Valvoline machine. Now they get it rolling once again, and he rolls out.
Have anybody in the pits. Everyone else had already made their stops, which tells us automatically he's getting a little better fuel mileage. He's running a little longer. That could pay off in the end.
Well, while certainly fuel should not be a factor here today, the fact that he can run into a clear pit certainly would be a factor for Bobby Rahal. The action continues. Emerson Fittipaldi is the leader.
This ESPN network program is brought to you by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light.
It has become the ultimate test of mind and body. Bud Light is proud to sponsor the 11th annual Bud Light Ironman competition, as well as the ongoing Bud Light U.S. Triathlon Series. The challenge has been made.
You don't have to be a professional athlete to know the importance of including whole grains in your diet. But of these leading cereals, only one is made with 100% whole grain. Only Wheaties. So only Wheaties has the whole grain nutrition you want, no matter what field you're in. Just ask Oral Hershiser. Better get your whole grain.
Better eat your Wheaties.
20th Century Fox proudly presents The Abyss.
Here's a bottomless pit, baby.
An instant classic, the richest, most elaborate action-adventure ever made.
Jammer panicked.
But what did he see that made him panic?
A 10. It out-ETs E.T. Out-aliens Alien.
It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, like a dance of light.
A love story of shattering impact.
But please, you can't leave me here alone.
The Abyss, rated PG-13. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
Step right up for a big show of savings. The Carnival of Values at True Value Hardware stores. Make a grand entrance with this quick-set polished brass lock set, just $6.99. Add lights with this workshop fixture, only $8.69. This channel lock adjustable socket, just $11.99, makes all kinds of repairs. And for just $3.69, get this Empire broom with Palmyra bristles in the Carnival of Values circular and at participating True Value Hardware stores and home centers.
It's one of the last major tune-ups before the U.S. Open. Stefan Edberg and John McEnroe headline the field at the U.S. Hardcourt Championships, Saturday and Sunday afternoon, live on ESPN. This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Back at the Budweiser Cleveland Grand Prix, Fittipaldi, the 20 car, is still the leader of the race here. Now that the first set of pit stops are complete, there are two scheduled. Here is the rundown of the top five. Fittipaldi, Mario Andretti, then Bobby Rahal, Al Unser Jr., then Michael Andretti, who of course was our early leader. Emerson Fittipaldi, the 20 car, out in front. You know, in that ongoing raging battle between whether or not Formula One is superior, the IndyCar is superior, not to fuel the argument too much, John, but just to elaborate on Fittipaldi's comments. The IndyCars run on natural terrain road courses, on street circuits, on temporary circuits, on an airport circuit, on super speedways, and on flat miles. Whereas the Formula One cars, for the most part, are on either the street circuit or on the natural terrain road course. I think Fittipaldi readily points it out. That certainly speaks to the versatility of the drivers we're seeing today.
Oh, that's a definite statement, Paul. The first versatility of the IndyCar drivers. There are a lot of guys out here that run on dirt unless you get way out into it, and then you get all 4 inches, you've got a problem.
There's the number 8 car, the Quaker State machine, the Porsche Teo Fabi. He runs in 6th place. This is the track. Now, if it looks more like an airport, that's because it is.
It is, and you can see the dark marks. You can follow the traces of the cars and actually see the course itself and where the cars go with watching the grooves.
The front of the field, the 20 car. Emerson Fittipaldi. Will it be 3 in a row? Will he pull out the hat trick? Well, we'll see today. 42 laps are complete at the Burke Lakefront Airport.
I'm Bob Knoll. My official title is Head of Auto Testing for Consumer Reports magazine, but I really work for you. And there are over 200 people who work for you at Consumer Reports. We test and report on everything from toothpaste to TVs. Right now is a good time to try Consumer Reports because you can get a free trial issue with no strings attached. Here are the details.
Call now for your free trial issue of Consumer Reports, the magazine that gives you all the pros and cons of a product, including price. Call for your free trial issue now, then decide. When the bill arrives, pay it and get 11 more issues, 12 in all, including the annual buying guide issue, for just $18. Or write cancel on the bill and owe nothing. If you do subscribe, you'll also get 2 free gifts: the new Medicine Show, updated and revised, and the 1989 buying guide issue.
So put Consumer Reports to work for you. Call now.
Call now for Consumer Reports.
Call 1-800-544-1000. 1-800-544-1000.
Oh, Harold, it's lovely.
I hope you like it.
It reminds me of when we first got electric light back when I was a child.
Oh.
Daddy used to draw his chair up to that light and read to us. Oh, the memories. But, Harold, this is the 80s. And I wanted a Bud Light.
If you want the one light that outshines them all, ask for Bud Light.
Kill the light, will you, Harold?
Oh, because everything else is just a light.
Interested in a better hand soap? Not me, I can cope. I don't need no lava soap, no. Regular soap won't always work, but lava with pumice will. Interested? No, no, no. Lava, the don't try to cope without it soap.
The spectacle, the sights, the sound. The fall colors are spectacular on ESPN's college football.
Touchdown! Holy cow!
Our season kicks off when North Carolina State faces Maryland and LSU battles Texas A&M on College Football Saturday, September 2nd at 3:30 Eastern, live on ESPN.
And stopped dead on the course after a quick spin. Now with the help of the corner marshals is Al Unser Jr. He was running in third. You look at the onboard cameras. The rest of the cars rush past on that grooved concrete runway. He is trying to get a tow and trying to get going. He killed the engine when he took a quick spin.
Yes, and that's unfortunate. He really wants them to get, he's getting give me a push, you guys. Come on, let's get going here. I want to get this thing fired back in the chase. And that was very unfortunate because he was running extremely well. Now Ray Hall has that spot he was in quest of.
They try to get the engine to kick over, and they do, thanks to those corner workers. And I'll tell you, John, you saw those guys at the back of the car. What you don't see are cars bearing down on them at 160, 170, 180 miles an hour going. So now we anticipate some pit stops. They'll be coming in for what should, in fact, be the final stop of this 80-lap run, with 47 laps now complete, and Emerson Fittipaldi still out in front.
You know, for 20 years, people have been asking me, how can I get objective advice about investing? I always tell people, find an independent financial advisor, someone who won't pressure you to buy specific investments. This free book can help. The Schwab Guide to Selecting a Financial Advisor. It doesn't tell you who to choose, it tells you how to choose the right person, an independent advisor who works for you, not Schwab or any other brokerage firm. Here you learn how to find a professional who can give you thoughtful, thorough, objective advice to help you reach your financial goals. This is where you start.
Call today for your free copy of the Charles Schwab Guide to Selecting a Financial Advisor. Call 1-800-876-4800. 1-800-876-4800. That's 1-800-876-4800. Call Schwab now.
From Rocky Mountain snow to Florida
Mine's pushing 250,000 miles.
Quaker State engines run strong and run long.
95,000 miles and no problem.
Quaker State is quality engineered to exceed every single car maker's U.S. requirements for maximum engine protection.
This car's new. I'd be stupid not to use Quaker State.
Quaker State engines don't know when to quit.
The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will.
Track Facts are brought to you by Quaker State Motor Oil. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will. Here's Gary Gerald.
The degree of sophistication that can be found in today's IndyCar racing can be found here in the pit of Teo Fabi's Quaker State Porsche team. In a direct offshoot of the old Porsche Formula One program, a telemetry system has been incorporated here that feeds this team a wealth of information from the car every time Fabi is on the track. This is located immediately in the pit, and every time the car is out, this monitoring equipment can record 10, 12, 15 various types of functions. They utilize it primarily to watch fuel usage during the course of the race. Secondly, to troubleshoot any potential problem before it actually develops. Now, to give you an idea of some of the different functions, they keep an eye on the fuel usage. They monitor all of the various temperatures, be it oil, water, the gearbox temperatures. There's an actual temperature probe in the clutch assembly to keep an eye on that. That's a problem they encountered a week ago at Portland and a couple of weeks ago in Detroit. They also measure turbo boost, turbo speed, RPMs, constant information coming from the car at all times, and the crew watches it very closely. It's permanently recorded at a truck that's back in the deep pit area, but they monitor this situation here. If they anticipate that there's any type of a problem, they can go to work on it while Teo is on the track. The cost, well, about $12,000 for this package right here, but of course the research and the development that went into it was much more extensive than that. This is the only team at the moment in IndyCar racing that is utilizing such a telemetry package.
So Emerson Fittipaldi is still our leader, being chased by Mario Andretti.
It's the 300K at Sears Point, and the win belongs to Ricky Rudd.
I had an edge on those guys. I had a Quaker State edge.
You can have the same protection for your car, because the oil that protects Ricky's Buick is the same Quaker State you can buy right off the shelf.
I'll tell you something. Quaker State engines don't know when to quit.
And Ricky Rudd doesn't know when to quit either. Just ask the guy who came in second. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will.
Every player is a winner playing blast. Hey!
Just buy a medium or larger Coca-Cola. Pull the sticker in your instant winner.
$1,000!
Blast back. Win cash or prizes. Give back. Or McDonald's food at all-time prices. Like a 25-cent cheeseburger.
Play once, play again. Cause every time you play, you win. When you blast back with Mac at McDonald's.
Great, you're still open. Joe, what can I help you with?
I'm looking for...
Say, what's that?
It's the new Sports Illustrated video. ESPN's amazing Biff, Bam, Boom, Anything Goes bloopers.
That's some name.
I got it free with my paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. It's the wackiest, goofiest thing I've ever seen. Look at this nutty football. These guys could use padding.
Ah, this looks great. And these guys could use sidelines.
What is that, lacrosse? Or kill the guy with the ball? Try this stuff. Ooh, now that is amazing.
That's great. I can't believe this video is free.
Not only that, I got SI at almost 50% off the cover price. I just called their toll-free number, and I got 21 issues, including their terrific football and baseball coverage, the big 35th anniversary issue, and the 1990 swimsuit issue. And I get the video for free, all for 3 easy payments of $9.95 each.
Thanks. I'm going to go call Sports Illustrated right now.
Hey!
A few words on the new world of business.
There's just so much information that I've got to be selective. I'm in marketing. I live and breathe market share. If I'm in touch, then I've got an edge.
Today's Wall Street Journal. Faster, tougher, smarter. Call 800-372-3000 for this special Journal offer. 12 weeks, just $29.75 with a money-back guarantee. Call 800-372-3000 now for the Wall Street Journal.
Try Get Rich with a PBA Tour, live every Wednesday night. ESPN brings you the world's greatest bowlers as they compete in championship round action. Last year, underdog Sam Macarone scored a mark in the final frame to gain his first victory as a pro. This year, a new star could be born at the Kessler Classic, Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, live on ESPN.
The Burke Lakefront Airport in Cleveland, but for the day, it is at least a racetrack. Floating over it, the Goodyear Blimp Enterprise, giving us these magnificent pictures. There she is, in a very hazy sky, on a very humid and hot day in Cleveland.
Middle of the game, a week or so later. I think that's what we've been able to do over the years.
Roger Penske, the motto is effort equals results. Well, the results for Rick Mears you saw just before we went away to that feature as he got past Theo Fabi and picked up fourth place. Out in front, it's still Emerson Fittipaldi.
For an ice cold bud?
Then where does she come from?
Real confessions. Real confessions. Real confessions.
Tell me more.
Real confessions. Now hear the real-life confessions of people who just had to tell someone.
Meeting him was like...
Real confessions. Discover what they really think, what they really do. Real confessions. Call now. Dial 1-900-909-3600. Just $2 the first minute, 45 cents each additional. Adults only.
On Speed Week this Thursday evening at 7:30, a 4th of July weekend celebration with NASCAR at Daytona and the IndyCars at Cleveland. Speed Week, the motorsports coverage you deserve, Thursday at 7:30.
The Budweiser Cleveland Grand Prix. There is Emerson Fittipaldi. He is still out in front as we take a look at the summary of this event to this point. Fittipaldi now becoming the dominant factor and, of course, picks up a point because he has led more than the halfway point. Led, in fact, most of the laps in this race, so now with 87 points in that PPG Series fight for the PPG IndyCar World Champion. Averaging at 129 miles an hour, still running a record by about 0.6 of a second. No full course cautions just yet. 2 leaders, Michael Andretti and Emerson Fittipaldi, and just the one change, and whittled down the front of the field. Just 3 cars currently running on the lead lap.
Yes, Emerson has shown the strength, and like I say, he's got the greatest thing in the world going for him, and that's confidence. He knows when he gets out there, his car is going to perform for him. He just does his job.
We take a look, too, at the cars out of the race. As a result of action here, and attrition we expected to be the problem. Mario Andretti running in third. His son Michael, having his problems, has been in and out of the pits a number of times, and now they are reporting that they are going to pull the car out of competition. So now Mario Andretti running in second, 30 seconds behind the leader, is the key factor for the Newman-Haas operation. His job to chase down this number 20 car of Emerson Fittipaldi, who just worked his way around the machinist car, that number 11 machine of Kevin Kogan. Finish line. At that particular moment, Fittipaldi was almost a full half lap out in front of Mario Andretti. Bobby Rahal is third, Rick Mears is fourth, fifth is Theo Fabi, Scott Pruitt sixth, Al Unser Jr. seventh, eighth is Borcell, ninth Klondike, and 10th Al Unser.
Introducing Minivac, the amazing miniature cleaning system designed to take on hundreds of chores no ordinary tools can handle. Minivac cleans away dust from camera lenses, computer keyboards, figurines, or stereo equipment. Minivac's powerful motor vacuums away dust and dirt. It comes with 2 wand attachments, 2 ultra-soft brush nozzles, and a reusable vacuum bag. Keep one in the car for cleaning along the dash, steering column, stereo, ashtrays, and seats. Minivac is perfect for removing dust and debris from pictures, models, and those impossible-to-reach crevices. In this special television offer, you get Minivac with all 5 attachments, plus convenient storage case for only $19.95. Here's how to order.
Credit card and COD customers call toll-free 1-800-544-1000 or save COD fees by sending $19.95 plus $3 shipping and handling to Minivac, P.O. Box 121, Plainville, Connecticut, or call 1-800-544-1000.
A few words on the new world of business.
There's just so much information that I've got to be selective. I'm in marketing. I live and breathe market share. If I'm in touch, then I've got an edge.
Today's Wall Street Journal. Faster, tougher, smarter. Call 800-372-3000 for this special journal offer. 12 weeks, just $29.75 with a money-back guarantee. Call 800-372-3000 now for the Wall Street Journal.
Sharp. When I say sharp, I mean
Business.
I mean
Technology on the cutting edge.
sharp.
Color technology, color scanners, printers, and copiers for high-impact presentation.
Sharp.
Laser fax technology, laser quick, laser clear.
I mean
Microtechnology, the wizard, the electronic organizer. Information at your command.
I mean
Technology on the cutting edge.
When I say sharp, I mean business.
Hi, I'm Yakov Smirnov for Best Western. When I used to check into other hotels, I always had reservations, but I'd stay there anyway. Now with Best Western, I have so many different choices. I can always get and pay for only what I need. Like they just asked me in my room, would I like a king or a queen? What a country. I'm sure they're very nice people, but I'd rather have my own room.
It's a place where world records have been set. Olympic gold medalist Carl Lewis leads the world's greatest athletes into Zurich for Grand Prix track and field excitement. Wednesday night at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN.
We're back at the Burke Lakefront Airport in Cleveland, where Emerson Fittipaldi is now just 6 laps away from a checkered flag and a hat trick, 3 in a row, but can he do it? We saw an interview moments ago with Pat Patrick, who is always a little quiet when he is in the public light. He's very careful with what he says, but he asked Jack Arute the question of whether or not he thought that they could make it. Actually, Pat Patrick suggested that they were very concerned about how rough this course is. There is Teo Fabi coming down along the inside of Emerson Fittipaldi. Now, it's not, in fact, a battle for position. They're trying to get around and get back on the leader lap, but that may be an indication of Fittipaldi's attitude at this moment, of just taking it easy.
Oh, I would think so. You know, Emo has such a nice, comfortable lead at half a lap that he can just sit there and he'll let anybody go by up to a point. I'm sure that happened. Still winning the race.
Fittipaldi, the 20 car, the Marlboro machine, and takes the white flag from Nick Finoro. 1 more lap to go, just under 2.5 miles on the Burke Lakefront Airport. 20 seconds behind is Mario Andretti. The question, of course, continues to be whether or not that car has been prepared for the entire distance. Can it make yet 1 more lap? It is surely taking a terrible beating. The last 2 sets of turns, Emerson Fittipaldi out onto the pit straight, the twin checkered flags, and Emerson Fittipaldi, 3 in a row for Fittipaldi. He continues his lead in the PPG points, scoring the win for the Patrick Racing Team. So Fittipaldi has won, and behind him now is Mario Andretti as Mario flashes across the line in second place. Mario Andretti finishes in second in the Haviland machine. So Mario Andretti finishes second. Bobby Rahal should see the checkered flag in third place. Congratulations going on between the Andretti crew and the Patrick Racing Team. And Scott Pruitt up alongside Fittipaldi, looks over, waves, salutes the champion at the moment, and certainly the leader in the points. The Patrick Racing Team is still out in front, unofficially. Behind Fittipaldi, Mario Andretti, Bobby Rahal, Teo Fabi in fourth, fifth, Rick Mears, Scott Pruitt in sixth, then Al Unser Jr., Raul Boycell eighth, Ari Leyendyke ninth, Al Unser in 10th, Kevin Kogan 11th, Didier Tays 12th, Roberto Guerrero finishes 13th in the Alfa Romeo, but finished nonetheless. Pancho Carter 14th, Jeff Wood in 15th. All of those unofficial. It will be official very shortly. But it is certain that Emerson Fittipaldi has won.
Whole grain nutrition is important, but of these leading cereals, only one is made with 100% whole grain. Only Wheaties. Just ask Carl Hershiser. Better get your whole grain.
Better eat your Wheaties.
fluids and mineral fat. Energy for hard-working muscles. Nothing better.
DieHard, America's most trusted replacement battery. The one over 65 million have stepped up to. Now Sears introduces the most powerful DieHard battery ever. New DieHard, more power when you need it most.
When the sun goes down, the surf's up on ESPN's hot summer nights. Hot summer nights means water sports action with a twist every Saturday night beginning at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
Well, Emerson Fittipaldi has won. We're ready to talk to him in the Sears DieHard Winner Circle interview, brought to you by the DieHard battery, now with more power when you need it most. Here's Jack.
Well, Paul, Emerson Fittipaldi and I, we can't go on meeting like this. A hat trick, 3 in a row now.
I love to meet you here, Jack.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You come up with new ways week after week to win one. All the drama, all of the heart-stopping drama we've seen in the past. Didn't seem like there was much here today. How about inside the cockpit?
Well, my Marlboro car was beautiful, well-balanced. And the beginning of the race, Michael was doing a beautiful race. It was very difficult to pass Michael. I couldn't hang in there, and it's a shame what happened to Michael. It would be a very good dice to the end of the race. And I'm very pleased. Again, the team made a beautiful work. The car is reliable, and I'm very happy.
Now, what about track conditions? We talked at the start of the race, the differences in the track surfaces, that it really could make a car take a beating. How about this car tuned by Mo Nunn? Any problems or concerns there today?
No, the car was beautiful, and I had just to try to avoid as much as I could with the bumps. I was trying to give an easy time to the transmission, and it worked out and paid off.
It's maybe a little premature to talk about it, but you've won the Indianapolis 500. You now have 4 victories on the CART PPG IndyCar World Tour. Do you begin to maybe focus a little bit about that elusive World Championship?
Well, I'm sure, Jack, still too soon. It's halfway through the season, and many things can happen, but I'm very pleased with the lead I have now.
Well, he's a little bit subdued today, but who could blame him? 4 times he's been to victory lane so far this year, and it gets a little old after a while. Let's check in with Gary Gerald, who was with our second-place finisher. Gary?
Well, indeed, a cold drink, Jack, for Mario Andretti, a man who more than 50 times in his career has been a winner, including a year ago here at Cleveland. Today you have to settle for second best. Is that a bitter pill at all to have to swallow, Mario?
Well, not really. I did what I could. Mike and I started with different setup as we usually do, and so far he's been batting 1,000 with the car, but nevertheless it's also a bit of my mistake. During the second stop, I thought I'd rely on what I could see as far as where Emerson was, and by the time they told me exactly what their position was, it was too late.
15 laps ago, and I'd been trying to catch Mario, and it was making some pretty awful noises, so I thought I'd better take third and be happy with it. And it's kind of frustrating. You're keeping your fingers crossed the whole time. But car ran beautifully, fantastic pit stops, and we're gaining.
He had a very spirited contest with Al Unser Jr. right there, right on the edge, and we'll see him in victory lane real soon, I'm sure.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. The fans here have been certainly satisfied by Emo's run today. His 10th career win puts him in with such names like Pete DiPaolo and Frank Lockhart. The Budweiser Cleveland Grand Prix has been brought to you by Quaker State Motor Oil. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will. By RoadHandler, treadlock radials at Sears. Tough tires you can trust. By Robert Bosch Corporation, makers of Bosch Platinum, the ultimate spark plug. And by Desenex, the #1 cure for athlete's foot. Your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. So the race has been run. Emerson Fittipaldi is the winner. We'll be back.
From dawn's early light till the sun is set, Quaker State engines don't know when to quit.
Quaker State exceeds every single car maker's U.S. requirements for maximum engine protection. That's why in Atlanta, Georgia, the engine in every fire truck, every police car, every Atlanta city-owned vehicle is a Quaker State engine.
Quaker State engines don't know when to quit.
To big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will.
Certain flights of fantasy are performed exclusively on Pirelli tires.
What's the best brokerage account for an active investor? Ask a Schwab customer.
With my Schwab One asset management account, my money's never idle. When I sell a stock or I get a dividend, my cash instantly starts earning income. And it keeps on earning until I make my next investment.
When I need to get to my cash or take out a loan, I just use my Schwab Visa or write a check. Schwab One makes it easy.
All my financial moves are right here. And one simple statement. Now, you might expect to pay a lot of money for an account this handy. Not with Schwab One. There's no monthly fee. Now, that's real value.
To get your free booklet and an application for the Schwab One Asset Management account, call toll-free 800-848-8900. That's 800-848-8900. Call now for your free Schwab One booklet.
It's quiet now at the Burke Lakefront Airport. The race has been run. Emerson Fittipaldi is the winner, as we'll take a look at the entire finishing order of this field here. Fittipaldi with his 10th career win ties him in with such legendary heroes in the sport as Peter DiPaolo, Frank Lockhart, Dario Resta, and Louis Chevrolet. That is one grand list. And a great day for IndyCar racing. The teams really kept those cars running, Johnny Rutherford.
Yes, they did, Paul. And in fact, this is 3 weeks in a row. They've had to work very, very hard going to different racetracks to perform, and they are to be commended because it has been a long, hard roll.
Let's take a look at the PPG points for the PPG IndyCar World Series Championship. Fittipaldi with 107 points could not finish the next race and still maintain his lead. Rick Mears is in second place. We take a look, too, at the Marlboro Challenge. Now, nothing has changed there. These drivers are all qualified for the Marlboro Challenge to run in October at Laguna Seca. So those are the results officially of this race here at the Burke Lakefront Airport. A little bit later here on ESPN, some of your favorite all-time baseball players.
It's a colorful July on ESPN. America's finest young athletes go for the gold at the U.S. Olympic Festival. The world's greatest golfers shoot for the green in the British Open and U.S. Women's Open Championships. It's 3 cheers for the red, white, and blue in a Davis Cup duel, while future major leaguers burst into the limelight at the AAA All-Star Game. Plus, see who earns the yellow jersey in the Tour de France. There's a full spectrum of sports in July on ESPN.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.